Hey you! Have you ever wanted to see a Disney classic remade with Nicolas Cage and the kid from How to Train Your Dragon?
Not really, no.
This film has almost nothing to do with the original Sorcerer's Apprentice segment from Fantasia. Like, the only connection to Fantasia it really has is this scene. Anyways, in this film, this random kid was given a snazzy ring by Chad Kroger, and the ring recognized that he had Merlin's blood or something along those lines. Cut to 10 years later, the kid is now awkward and nasally and has to fight evil like this top hat man and this dude trying way too hard to be Billy Idol. And also romance, woo, yeah!
So first off, I'm gonna say that I think Dave's awkwardness was a bit overplayed in this film.
Some lines are kinda painful to listen to, though it does have its comical moments at times. One of these painful moments is this scene where he meets Becky after 10 years.
Yeah, awkwardness in films isn't my favorite thing of all time.
It could have been downplayed a little, but what do I know? Maybe I would have been super awkward if I was ridiculed by 9-year-olds for having moist trousers. Though I'm already really awkward in real life, so nothing would have changed. Also, I just want to point out how determined young Dave was to get that note back. I would have just given up if that were me. Also, the bike would have just completely ruined the note. It should be completely ripped, but you know, we have to keep the plot moving. Ah yes, throw it in the road, I'm sure nothing will go wrong. Let's fast forward back to adult Dave. Why does his magic hit him in the balls? Comedy, I guess? So Dave is the prime millennium, meaning he is related to Merlin in some way. I only have one question. Are there any other people who have millennium blood? The whole prime millennium thing isn't really explained all that much. Balthazar just says that you can perform magic without the ring and is basically superior to any other sorcerer. Also Dave's roommate. He's kinda pointless in this movie. He shows up here and then comes back at the end to help Dave save the day. You think they could have done more with him, maybe show some more interaction between him and Dave, but nope! He's just here to help give the movie a good old happy ending. Anyways, on to Balthazar. He's pretty cool and has ramen for hair. He's also played by Nicolas Cage. He's perfect! You can tell he's determined to train Dave to become a cool magical dude. Man, I just love committing arson. Determination runs all through Balthazar.
Don't do it, Mr. Commenter Man. I know what you're thinking, but don't do it.
Anyways, Balthazar really wants Dave to succeed, but of course he has his doubts, seeing Dave get distracted by love and all that. There's no time for love, only magic! But also because it reminds himself of Veronica, someone he loved but had to lock up inside the Grimhold because of Morgana killing her from the inside. Yeah, those two characters aren't exactly mentioned all that much. Morgana does some cool stuff in the final battle though. The Grimhold is really just used to make villains appear out of nowhere because we need conflict, like Horvath and this dude. You know, I'm sure somebody's into this. And speaking of Horvath, he's pretty entertaining. He's very civilized while simultaneously wanting to conquer the world because, you know, he's a villain and all that stuff. He kinda looks like a character out of What We Do in the Shadows, and also he can shapeshift, and that's pretty sweet. And what about that Billy Idol looking fellow? Why is he here? What did he do?
He made a Star Wars reference. That's cool, I guess.
Am I missing any other characters? Oh yeah, Becky. She seems like a nice character, but there's not really anything interesting about her other than the fact that it's like she works at a radio station and loves music. And there's not that much between her and Dave, but eh. Now to rewind all the way to the beginning of the movie. To the little opening that establishes who Merlin, Balthazar, Veronica, and the villains are. I have two things to say about it. The first thing is, did this opening have to be narrated? It's better to show, not tell. They could have written actual dialogue in this scene, showing interaction between the characters, such as an interaction between Balthazar and Veronica, instead of everything just being explained by a narrator. Yes, this would have extended the scene, but not by a substantial amount. And the second thing, the editing in this opening is just so off-putting. Shots lasting for a few milliseconds and these weird speed-ups. This problem is reoccurring throughout the movie in its action scenes. There's no real need to keep changing the shot every time someone blinks. It's distracting. Let shots linger for longer. You don't want to end up like Catwoman. The CGI in this film looks alright. The scene where the electricity rods play music is pretty cool to look at. Damn, I'm just really scraping the bottom of the barrel here. I should probably just stop the review before I start talking about the houses in the background or whatever. So overall, this film is just okay. It has its moments of joy and pain. Not really anything interesting in this film. So yeah, that's The Sorcerer's Apprentice. Watch it if you want to.